Hello there, my name is Lilly and in today's video I'm going to show you what I've been up to over the last few months, which includes painting our fireplace, some regular painting of still life with an orange from the backyard and some beautiful local flowers, and I did a lot of baking over the holidays, like a lot. So I've been away because we moved to one of the most magical places on earth. It is absolutely stunning, and spring up here has made us fall so in love with this area. It is like being in a Studio Ghibli film, quite literally. There's so much to inspire you up here, and it's been incredibly wonderful. This is me picking the orange from our backyard, and I set up a little still life based on that, including those flowers. So this one I did quite quickly and impressionistically in oil paints, and it was a really good way for me to get back into painting after the break of moving and all that junk. So I'm starting out with willow charcoal, as I normally do, and just laying in a basic drawing. And then I set out my colours, which you can find below in the description box if you want to give this a try yourself. I like to keep it quite simple. And as usual, I'm mixing it up with my medium, which is called pressed linseed oil. This one was interesting to paint because I tried to give myself a small window of time to do it in. Here you can see I'm mixing up the purple for the jacaranda flower. This whole area was covered in purple when they were blooming, and it was so inspiring, and it made me feel so grateful to live in this area. And if you've ever seen the jacarandas blooming, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It is magical. Here you can see I'm blocking in the leaves with an angled flat brush. And I like to do this before coming in later with a round small brush to get those details. And now we're getting into the orange. I still reference that little book you can see on my keyboard that has the colors I chose many years ago to paint mandarins while I was living in Germany. And it still amazes me that this little book of studies I did is something that I still refer to, but it really is, and it's just like so useful. These oranges didn't look really good, but they were like good inside. When we moved up to the mountains, it was heading into spring, so they should have been picked a while ago, but you know, they looked so pretty on the trees, and all the wildlife seemed to be enjoying them. And now that we're well into summer, there's little baby ones growing again, and I can't wait to paint them in the future. And I honestly feel like I'm living in my favorite game ever, which is Animal Crossing. So you can see here I'm just painting that jar, and I really love painting glass because it's so like abstract. I don't know how to describe it, but you really have to rely on your eyes to tell you what's happening. And I'm finally blocking in this ghosty little orange, which I put at the back because I thought it would be like interesting for the composition. I'm not sure if it was, but I did like putting it in there. And this is how it turned out. I was pretty happy to have this done. I think it took an afternoon. Sometimes it's nice to just loosen up with something in an impressionist style to get back into painting. And you can see how dead the flowers were by the time I finished. So when we moved in, we had this kind of 80s fireplace that's tiled, and I really didn't like the colors, so I thought, like, why don't I just paint it? And that's what I started doing. And I thought it would be fun to have a mural that has like things from our life, like a cat coconut and all of the citrus trees in the backyard and the bees. And there are acorns here because there's massive oak trees, which was the most pleasant surprise to find when we moved up. And I'm not quite finished yet. I've still got the sides to go, but this has been such a nice project. So what I did is I basically made a little sketch, and then I picked my colors based off my favorite William Morris wallpaper, and I took that to the hardware store and I got them to pre-mix the colors, so it's basically like really meditative, therapeutic painting for me, because I don't have to think about mixing, I just paint the pattern on the wall. And yeah, it's been really nice and I highly recommend it, and it's looking pretty festive at the moment. It was a really good project and I can't wait to see what it looks like in the end. I'll probably put that in the next video. Over the holidays, we did a lot of baking. It was our cat Coco's birthday and also one of our good friends' birthdays, and we got to see them after like 2.5 years of lockdowns. So that was really awesome. I don't know, I feel like everyone's been apart from their loved ones over the last few years, and if you've got to be reconciled, you know how amazing that is. So because of that long stretch of time of not seeing them, I decided that it would be a really good idea to make the pastries from the Grand Budapest Hotel. And that was like such a massive undertaking, but you know what? They really appreciated it and they look really cool, and it was fun to make pâte choux again and make something just pretty for the heck of it. And you know, they actually taste pretty good too. The only trouble I had is that they kept falling over, but we'll just pretend that didn't happen for the sake of this video. So that was a pretty short recap of all the things I've been up to creatively, well, most of them. I hope it inspires you to go create something beautiful for yourself. And here's a little preview of what's coming up, including the new Friday Barnes by R.A. Spratt book. I was very lucky to do the cover art for that, and I thought it would be cool to make a video of the making of. Thank you so much for sticking around. I want to wish you a very happy new year, and I hope to see you in the next one. If there's anything you'd like to see in these videos, or if you have any questions about things I've made, just leave a comment below and I'll try my best to answer them. See you next time.